My name is Grace Lombardo, and I am one of Deja's esteemed group of bridesmaids. Deja and I know one another from the University of Colorado at Boulder, where we were sorority sisters.
Ow!
More on that later, but first I want to spend some time exploring the woman that is Deja Lynn Barlow Maniatakis. Deja was born on December 18th, 1978 in Telluride, Colorado, in the middle of a snowstorm. Since Telluride was not nearly as developed as it is today, the closest hospital was an hour and a half away in perfect weather conditions, so sweet little Deja was born on her living room floor. As the story goes, when Rick and Carla went to register Deja at what constituted the city hall at the time, they were told she was the first baby born on record in the town in over 20 years. Deja lived in Telluride until she finished 8th grade, when it was decided that she would go to high school in Southern California with her father. The transition proved to be a bit of a challenge, but as you can all imagine, she eventually prospered and found a wonderful group of girlfriends, many of whom are here tonight. Yep. Encinitas. Okay. College. Now this is where I come in. Deja and I were in the same dorm, and we were going through the rush process to join a sorority. I have a very visceral memory of the moment I found out that I was in the same sorority as this tall, gorgeous blonde from California. And that feeling was dread. Now let me just break it down for you here. Having Deja as a best friend is an incredible asset, but it can also be a giant liability. Look at this woman for just a moment. Do you want to be the one who is always walking into a room with her when you're trying to land a date? Yeah, no, not so much. I was an insecure, brown-haired Midwesterner who thought there was some mistake. I had no business fraternizing with this West Coast beauty. What I was very pleasantly surprised to find out next was that this stunning woman before me was incredibly down to earth and unaware of the power of her good looks, and she wanted to be my friend. Now, I could ramble on about stories of absurd college antics, such as religiously calling my mother at 2 a.m. after being overserved for no apparent reason whatsoever, or perhaps the time we watched a riot erupt on Halloween on our street as Deja was dressed as Uma Thurman from Pulp Fiction with a syringe taped to her chest, and I was dressed as the token skanky hula dancer. But let's just save us all the humiliation, and we're going to skip that part. The rest, as they say, is history. Deja and I have only lived in the same half of the country for 1 year of the past 10, yet she remains as close to me as my friends who live mere miles away. When my son was born a few years ago, we were blessed with many lovely and thoughtful gifts, but one stood apart. I received a package from Deja, and as I peered into the box, I saw a canvas and knew that this was something special. For those of you who don't know, Deja is an artist, a true creative spirit. She knew that I loved owls and had painted a picture of a mama owl and her baby owl nestled up against one another on a branch, which was clearly portraying me and my baby boy. It was perfect in every way and remains hanging in his room, and it is a true treasure to me. I love this woman very dearly, and I am so happy to know that her heart has found its match in her dashing groom, George. Deja and George are leaving on their romantic Italian honeymoon in a few days, and since I speak the language, I have been emailing both of them simple Italian words and phrases over the past month to get them ready. Well, tonight, I would like to leave you both with one final phrase. I'm going to say it in Italian, and I'm going to ask that everyone here repeat it with me, so please listen carefully. E vissero felici e contenti.
E vissero felici e contenti.
Translation, and they lived happily ever after. Salute.
Yeah!